My name is Mark Prince. I'm assistant professor in psychology. I teach Psych 210, Personality and Individual Differences, Psych 350, which is Research Methods and Statistics.
I'm Carla Gingrich, and I teach in the Department of Psychology.
I'm Matt Rhodes. I'm a professor in the Department of Psychology, and I study learning and memory, and I teach courses like cognitive psychology or science of learning.
I'm Dr. Tracy Richards, and I am a faculty member in this department. So a professor, I teach many classes here, but I'm also the associate chair for undergraduate affairs.
Office hours really should be used for questions about the class material. So if they're confused about class content or have questions about an assignment, or if there's something they want to talk about that's going to impact their ability to come to class.
But also a great place to talk about careers. What should I do as a student in psychology? What are my options? What would it take to get there? Those are great conversations to have in office hours as well.
It's a really good way to sort of break down those barriers and to get to know each other a little more. So one of my goals for every single class I teach is I want to know something about the students that goes beyond what I have essentially in my grade book. And honestly, I learned most of that from office hours. In my syllabus, it's basically, here's my office hour or by appointment, and I take the or by appointment very seriously. So what I pledge to all students is, if you send me an email, we make an appointment, I promise you we can sit down and meet.
Definitely ask. Don't feel like if you can't go to office hours, you can't ever have access to your professor. That's just not true.
Another thing to keep in mind is usually there's other people associated with the class, like TAs, and sometimes they can be just as helpful as the professor.
So the first tip is you should use your name.
I think it's better to err on the side of being more formal in your communications.
Most professors like respectful emails. If you can convey that, then you're probably going to get farther with whatever it is you're asking for.
Sooner rather than later, if there are concerns, let's talk about that right away. Don't save those conversations for the end of the semester.
When students are upset about grades, I frequently find they'll put things in emails they actually would never say to me in person.
To talk about grades, I really prefer to do it in person.
So write me a nice professional email. I understand you're upset. Come to my office with an open mind. I promise you I'll always treat you with respect. I have a lot of students who just want to know more about a topic. They were interested in a topic in class and want to come talk about that.
Professors like to talk about their own professional journey, where they went to school and how they made decisions about what to do.
What they want to do when they're done with this, what they might use their degree for, anything that's related to their professional aspirations.
Students teach me all sorts of different things. So I continue to learn something new every semester based on the questions that the students bring or experiences that they're having. So I invite students to have those conversations with me.
The very best way is just to be really interested in what's going on in class and to convey that, ask good questions, talk to me after class, talk to me in office hours, etc.
Come to class and participate. Even in a fairly large class of 150 students, within a few weeks I tend to recognize familiar faces.
Showing interest, I think, is one of the biggest things that you can do as a student to show your faculty that you are here and committed and motivated for your undergraduate degree.
I really like it when students check in with me and tell me what they're up to now. Here's how my semester's been going. Here's what I'm thinking of when here's what I've been thinking about when I graduate. Here are the kind of programs I want to get into, or here's the kind of job I want. So I find that really appropriate when students sort of drop me a line occasionally with an email and let me know how they're doing.
A great way to engage with faculty if it's a class you're really excited about is to ask them about their research or about the other things they do outside of teaching, and there may be ways to participate in those or get extra experiences with that. I know for me as an undergrad, I didn't really know about that or think about it until I was pretty far along, but that's something you can start really early and can really help you decide what's a good fit for you or not.
Really learn about the science of learning and about what ways you can study that will give you the most bang for your buck.
in the vast majority of your classes, the instructor really wants you to do well. They love it when you're engaged with the material, and we want you to be successful. We see our job as facilitating that success.
This department is large, we have many students, but we have many opportunities for our students to engage. And you're gonna get more out of your major, out of your degree, if you seek out those opportunities. So if you need help doing that, talk to your professors, talk to your advisors, meet with me as the associate chair. We can help you get connected. And I think that's just gonna help you get even more out of your college experience as a psychology major.